Okay, thought I'd give you a quick update on how the hot pepper seeds, the Carolina Reapers, and a bunch of other ones are coming along. 2 weeks in today. So we had some shoot up right away, like a few days in, and then everything in certain varieties kind of kept following along. And then we had some that are still just languishing. You kind of get a little discouraged because all these other ones are doing so great, popping up, and then a bunch of the real hot ones, the ones you want to grow, are kind of really falling behind. But again, some of them say 4 to 6 weeks to germinate, so I guess we just have to be patient. I thought I'd give you an update by variety, just in case you want to grow one or two of these, and it just happens to be one you're growing, and kind of give you an idea of how mine are coming along. First variety is Sugar Rush Peach. That's one we grew last year. I've actually got 2 rows of it in this first 2 rows in this one. You can kind of see there's a bunch. This is the super prolific one. A good chunk of these have germinated. We've got probably, of the 24 I have in cells, there are 20 of them up about. Trying this one called Phileas Blue. There's like 2 out of 12 it looks like. Jigsaw was that kind of cool variegated leaf one, and in the last couple days a few of these have popped up. It was kind of sitting there doing nothing. Looks like 4 or 5 of those are up. Puma is one of the hot ones, and that one's coming up pretty well. We got a good 8 of those up, it looks like. 7 Pot Chocolate is one of those, again, kind of gnarly looking ones. It's a dark pepper. And again, we got half of those up, which is good. Ahi Chambos was another hot one. That's probably our best hot pepper that's coming up. We probably have 8, 9 of those up right now. Death Scorpion sounds horrific. Only 1 of those is up, and it came up and it's already got another set of leaves on it. Death Spiral, we've got 4 of those, and then we go to Dragon's Breath, which is doing 0. We don't have a single one of those up. Unfortunately, the famous Carolina Reaper, we've only got 1, and it has actually been up for a good week, and so I thought, oh good, they're going to start coming up, and then none have followed, and even the one that's up is staying small, so maybe that's just real slow growing. I know I got a few of those in the ground last year and got them in late, and they looked healthy. They were nice and small, but they were super compact, and they just were getting to the point where they were putting out a few flowers when it started getting cold, so that's how far behind that was. Over here is our best flat, and it is actually includes the sweet pepper, and it's called Lesia or Lesia, and every single one of those is germinated, and that's kind of what we thought was going to happen. The sweet peppers are a little less finicky than the hot peppers. So we got all of those. We got jalapenos coming up, again, not as hot as some of these other ones. We got one called Chinese 5 color, which I bought for it's a multicolored pepper, which is kind of cool. A lot of those are up, and again, these are all not as hot. We got this Ahi Chara Pizza in this last row, and most of those have come up. It's a cool little ball-shaped pepper, and it's hot, but not as hot. So the less hot ones are doing great. Couple, Dragon's Breath and Carolina Reaper, are just not really coming up yet. Again, we just have to give them more time and see what happens. But we got a lot of the other ones, like Puma. I don't know if I mentioned that one earlier. That one's, most of those, 8 or 9 of those are coming up. So again, these have been in LED grow lights and on the heat mat underneath this for 24/7 since it started. So we're 2 weeks in. I'm happy with as many that have come up, but of course, you want all my Carolina Reapers to come up, and they're not really doing much yet. So we're just gonna have to be patient and see what happens. And hopefully I'll check in again and update you in a week or so.